What's going on, guys? So today's video is going to be about absolutely nothing. I am here at work and I am, as you can see, driving, and I am listening to Art Bell, and he's got a guest on, and they're talking about afterlife experiences and God and all that good stuff. And so those of you who want to are welcome to join me, and that's about it, guys. So join me. I'll be driving. Listen carefully.
Groups of doctors, 350, 400 and some odd doctors, nurses.
Yes.
And most doctors who have taken the time to educate themselves on near-death experiences now know that they do happen. It's the doctors that have not furthered their education. But this is what I brought to these 350 doctors. I said, okay, let's say that at the time of my death, that all of this happened, something in the brain is prepared for me to have this experience.
Yes.
Let's say that is true. Now
for those of you interested, this is Highway 107 from Elsa, Texas to Edinburgh, Texas.
Then, what happened, not only to me, but thousands, millions. I think there's a reported over 8 to 10 million people that have had near-death experiences.
Right.
So I said, explain to me then, what happened when my spirit left my body? I could see clearly in the room. I traveled. I could see clearly. I wasn't foggy. I wasn't blinded. I went into my home. I saw my husband. I saw what my children were doing. Later, I told my husband what he was doing, and he was done. He was done. He was shocked. And then,
Betty, hold it right. It's a good cliffhanger point. Hold it right there. We'll be right back. It's the top of the hour.
Well, it certainly does, Art, but there's even a greater story. One might even say maybe my husband would agree to that and maybe we conjured this up together. In the second book I wrote, in The Awakening Heart, there's a beautiful story that a friend of mine who is a physician who had a near-death experience, he actually died and came back to life 4 days after his death. And he chose to come back during his autopsy because he wanted the physicians that were around his body to see that God could bring you back to life or put you back into your body at any state that he chose. And so this man actually came back after the Y had already been cut, after some of his organs had already been moved. And much to the shock of the doctors that were around his body. All of this is documented, as a matter of fact. And so it's not just my experience, but there are millions of experiencers who share similar stories. And, you know, we're beyond, it's much like the conversation you were having earlier about UFOs. You know, we are intelligent beings, and I think that we are beyond the point now of denying what we do not understand, and we should be investigating now.
Oh, boy, do I agree.
Absolutely, because these things do exist. When I was taken into heaven, I was shown...
It's been raining a lot here in Texas, and this road absolutely flooded a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you guys were paying attention to the news, but this is Richardson Road, and it was, I mean, cars were up to the roof with water. So if you guys look that up, this was the road.
And when we become more aware of this, when we allow ourselves to come out of our cocoons, then we can broaden our understanding. We can even develop our technology much quicker than it is right now.
Well, Betty, it makes sense to me that with all that is there, and on any clear night, go out and confirm it for yourself. You know, Jodie Foster said, if they're not out there, what a waste of space it would be. I mean, we're just a teeny speck of nothing compared to the rest of what is out there that we're already aware of, and there may be more. So, yeah, sure, there's life out there. If there isn't, it just doesn't make sense. And then if there is life, that it can be advanced and visiting us is reasonable to assume.
That is so true. And for those that believe in God, in the higher power, why would they want to limit him? and especially for those who say that this earth is the prison for people insane.
I've thought that out there.
I'm sure that many people have. The fact is, as they explained to me, that we're all going through a period of growth, and to experience the different worlds is a part of that. And so, yes, is there reincarnation? Yes, but not in the sense that we think it to be, but rather that we experience our life here on this earth, and there are other worlds that we will experience hereafter. Understanding it and looking at it from that point of view is just absolutely mind-boggling.
Are you saying that, okay, there is reincarnation, but you think it's far less than automatic that you come back to Earth?
Yes. Actually, they explained it to me that reincarnation is not as we think it to be, that, many people claim that they are wealthy.
This was the part that was completely flooded. In fact, they still haven't even fixed these lights. I'm sure that box over there has something to do with it. It was covered in water.
I wanted to believe that I had existed before, and not only that, but there was a part of me that actually experienced the smells of being inside of a castle, and the loneliness, and I could feel this woman about me. When I had my experience, and I actually inquired about reincarnation, and I was told that cells have memories. Every cell on the human body has memories of everything that has ever existed. And so it would be easy for my cells to recall and experience someone like Mary Queen of Scots. And just a couple of years back, I remember the
First lady, Hillary, the future senator in New York.